Ah yes, the hang. The cornerstone of male bonding. The proverbial watering hole where boys gather to learn the rituals of men. And from what I've gathered, scream at stuff together. But what makes a male hang? A guy's night? A sausage fest? And what if you're vegetarian or generally lacking in the sausage department? How does one bro down, man up, and do straight guys hang the same as the gays? These are the questions I ask myself while diving deep into the depths of the dude hang. And what I found? Well, that'll be determined by what we filmed. So let's see what we got. Roll tape!
You're about to watch episode 2 of New Guy Tries. Season 2 is streaming right now on Second Try. New Guy Tries is one of our originals on Second Try. We're super proud of it. But because this show is about the transgender community, we wanted to make sure that the transgender community could watch it here free on YouTube. So we're gonna be releasing season 1, and then I think next year we'll probably release season 2. If you are able to support the show, we'd love to have you over on Second Try. We got a promo code right here for you. We also got a free trial. So go enjoy season 2, and for now, please enjoy New Guy Tries.
Hey, Zach.
Hey.
I just wanted to apologize for the bathroom earlier. I probably shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach.
Oh. You know, the slap was fine. It was more everything after.
How's your weekend? Good. Was it good? I had like 15 espresso martinis, but I think it was too much. But what do you think about espresso martinis, like as a trend? Have you seen Despicable Me 4? You know, I've just been having some flashbacks of childhood drama. Stop peeing, are you pee shy? You want me to do some noise? I could do... Still no? Here, let's see. Oh shit! I don't hear anything. Are you okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, what's up? Hey, Zach. How long do you think you're gonna be? Because I don't like it when there's noise when I'm peeing.
Yeah, I'll see you outside.
Also, good form. Trying Manhood, we divided it into 3 episodes. The first one being style, like what does it mean to be styled as a man? The second one being, what does it mean to hang like a man? Not your penis, but like the guy hang. I culturally still feel like I am spiritually a lesbian. I have 3 cats. I don't like watching TV unless there's 2 women kissing. And if there aren't, I will spend all my time being like, they want to kiss. You see that? That's tension. They're gonna kiss. I have lost and refound, and that is what I'm doing right now, trying to find who the hell I am, where I fit in. I don't know if I've quite been accepted by the bros yet, or the dudes.
We're gonna be playing today a game called Texas Hold'em.
Oh, is that the Beyonce song? Today we are going to have my first man hang with the straights. I don't know what happens at a dude hang. I am so curious.
Ooh,
Cigars.
Cigars, okay.
Do you guys smoke often?
No.
I do not smoke cigars.
We can't smoke here.
You've never played poker before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so-
I've played Poker Face many a time on my...
Great song.
Yep. Also, is this hat necessary?
That's the dealer's hat.
Oh.
You're gonna get 2 cards, and you don't show this to anyone,
A secret.
right? As a secret.
This is called the pre-flop bet.
Based on just what we have here.
That's right.
I have a chance to raise right now if I wanted to.
Okay, please.
But I won't, I'll check.
That means you have bad cards?
No.
I'm starting from square one, and a lot of what I know about how guys hang is from the movies, but I don't know if that's real or not. Why did you start playing poker?
I was in high school, and I had seen Ocean's 11. So I always had the idea that poker was very cool.
So when you think of hanging out with your dad, it was a lot of like playing games.
A lot of my dad bonding was sort of him teaching us things.
We get the flop now. All right.
I'm going to burn a card, which just means we take it off the top of the deck, make sure no one's cheating. Then I'm gonna flip 3 cards.
50 cents. $1.
Don't play coy. Play aggressive. Oh, they raised me $10. They probably have really good cards. Like, I'm just gonna fold. Play them, not the cards.
You know what? This is going to be interesting. As someone who was socialized as a woman, you are taught to fold a lot.
Oh, yes, totally.
Just emotionally, to be like, let other people have their space. I'm going to raise.
Yeah.
I'm not a baby, so I'm going to play.
Wow. Nice.
And I'm folding.
I will also fold.
I just am curious.
Yeah.
See some action.
When you play poker, do you become more intimidating?
I wish that were the case. My competitive edge might be like looking at you and being like, I don't think he's got a good hand.
Okay.
Like trying to read you off your face. I don't have much. But I don't think you have anything.
Oh,
shit.
Push you in for $3.
$3.
Push you in for $3.
Well, okay, well then I'm...
So you're raising me $1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fold.
Was there a time in your life where you were like, I don't know if I fit in with the guys, so I'm gonna learn to play poker or I'm gonna learn to do these things?
I would say when I went to college, I felt secure in who I was, but I was kind of like, oh, I don't necessarily fit in with the archetypical guy in this world. I did modern dance, choreographed my senior year, always did theater.
Oh, amazing.
Was never into sports.
Yeah. So how did you find interacting in college then with those type of guys?
It was like getting to understand them fundamentally, and then I was able to kind of earn their emotional language, especially like with masculinity. Yeah. People are kind of a little bit locked up. Watching organized sports is an opportunity in a low stakes setting to tell people what you're going through.
Yeah. My first guy hang, like solo dude hang, I went rock climbing with this guy.
That's great.
And I'm like, so what's going on with you? As he's turning to climb the wall, he goes, I don't know, man, I just don't know if I'm capable of finding love. And I was like, wait, what? And then he just started climbing with my girlfriends. There would just be wine between us. I'd be like, what's going on with you? It's like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna fall in love.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. And then we would just go into that. That's kind of what you're talking about, of a masked vulnerability. What does this look like to you? A beer can. A beer can. It is water. I don't know, I guess in like the male mind, water's gay or something. Basically, they realize, oh, you can't go to a bar and just order water or you'll look not like a man. So they literally named it Liquid Death so that men could walk up to the bar and be like, I'll get a liquid death, please. And now men are drinking more water. Isn't that insane? Things like this that are so foreign to me because as a girl, part of the trend is like, who can have the bigger water cup? I think what I was afraid of when I was transitioning was having to act like a man all the time, but it's this perception of a man. I feel like I need to learn what it means to have like a brotherhood and what do men offer each other emotionally. I've heard a lot of people say that dads don't become dads until because you're not carrying. Did you feel a shift after you had your baby?
Oh, that's a great one.
To be honest, there was a moment where I had just bought Birkenstocks, and
that was a commitment because I had to wear them in.
And I was on my porch with the dog, and I went, might as well just have the kid. Because I already felt like a dad. Awesome. And once she was pregnant, there was a lot of like, let's get a better place. Now I have to afford this rent. I'm gonna find jobs. As an artist, you're like, everyone's doing their best. And you're like a dad, you're like, I gotta feed a f***ing family. You gotta pay me.
Something I've noticed with all of my guy friends, including you, they get more protective. Once your partner is showing and truly pregnant, there's a sense of like primal protection.
Yeah. You know what? You have great dad energy too, though.
Like some of my favorite memories of all time are like boy things, like being a boy. There are things that your parents may have not given you that you're like, I would adjust that.
Did your dad say I love you to you?
All the time.
Oh,
My dad's very
you guys are I
emotional.
love you dads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I always saw my dad tearing
interesting.
up.
I only saw
and-
my dad cry like twice in my life.
Oh, I saw my dad cry all the time.
On crying, it's sort of interesting. So my brother died when I was 17. From that moment, or like really from like maybe a couple months before that, I stopped crying entirely. And hadn't cried from the age of 17 till the moment my son was born.
And then you cried for the first time.
Wept.
That's amazing.
And I think I'm also like, I want him to know that it's okay to be emotional.
My dad's one of 6 brothers, and there is definitely an emotional lockup going on with all of those men.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it kind of is like, well, I don't want to waste time on this emotional stuff. What can I do?
The doing.
And maybe that is also a poker thing. It's like, what can I do? I don't want to sit here and talk about my emotions. What can I do about it?
I don't think it really hit until probably 5 or 6 months in, and I was like, wow, I would really love to cry right now, but I can't f***ing do it.
Physically, it felt like you couldn't cry.
it's kind of like I can feel the emotion build up in my body. It's like, man, if I was pre-T, like I could totally cry right now, but like I can't.
I went purposefully into more therapy before I started testosterone because I had heard that testosterone makes it harder to cry, actually.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's a natural biological response to relieve stress, but my dad, he always held in his emotions because he came from Cuba when he was 19 by himself. The last thing my dad said to me before he died was sorry. And I don't know, I think it was just for everything.
There's always an imperfection. No matter how good of a parent you'll be, your kids will have a version of whatever like they're looking to get better for. And I think that's kind of beautiful. That makes total sense to me, to like leave and be like, I feel sorry, and not even know how to put that into words, because I think every life there's a little bit of sorry. Are you all in?
All in.
Oh, hang on.
That honestly went better than I could have ever thought. I wasn't aware that guys went there. I'm guessing this wasn't typical guys' night conversation about fatherhood.
I actually disagree.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're having conversations about having kids a lot.
It was almost like a kind of group thing. As one person got more intimate, the rest of them were able to. And it still felt masculine. It felt different than the way women talk. A misperception that I had maybe was that guys don't get there or go deeper with their friends that often.
I think it comes with a confidence factor of like, me getting emotional with a friend does not affect my masculinity.
100%.
Oftentimes, the activity is the means of being able to bond, to talk, to have these moments with each other. I'm really excited for where this journey is gonna go. For the straight guys, it was poker with old fashions. For the gay guys, it's drag brunch. We host Sunday morning. So drag brunch is the Super Bowl of queer culture. What's interesting is it's still an activity, but it's a very interesting mix of masculinity and femininity, because we're watching drag, which is men performing as women. I think that we'll probably get into real conversation quicker or maybe easier, but I'm not sure. Like, this whole journey has kind of surprised me.
Hi, my name is Misty Violet. What's yours?
I'm the pastor of Gay Church.
I love
here
it.
at the Abbey. Brunch was invented by the gays, just first of all.
Yeah.
So brunching is it's a gay thing. Drag has been repopularized by Drag Race, obviously. Then I started drag. We were only nighttime creatures. Then now all of a sudden, they want us
Out there
10 a.m. in the daylight. It is a very gay activity. It's also a super inclusive activity. Everybody's here, everybody's celebrating.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers, guys.
Did you just get straight alcohol?
It looks like it, but there's supposedly pickle in there.
Oh,
I was 23 when I came out as bisexual and / like a lesbian, and then I was 31 when I came out as trans. How have you informed your ideas of masculinity? How have you embraced it or not? Like, when you guys were younger, I presume before you were out, you were just hanging out with straight guys?
Middle school, I had feminine traits. You kind of start realizing, no, I'm a little different. When I moved to this new town in Illinois, I kind of like worked on butching myself up because I didn't want anyone to think I was gay. But once I moved here, anyone I met, I was,
What
I was
made
gay.
LA feel safe? I'm curious as to why wait? Why not just...
I mean, I came to terms with it in college. All my friends were straight. I got the feeling that they'd be cool, and they ended up being cool later. I don't know, I didn't want to get into the messiness of it, which is what I thought it would be at the time. And now I feel like people will say to me, like, I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah. How does that make you feel now?
The honest answer, which is kind of f***ed up, is I feel like there's a party that's like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Being feminine is not good. Being masculine is what you're supposed to be, and that's so ingrained in you.
I would love to be connected to masculinity. I would love to be accepted by masculine people. I have this inherent fear of men just because I know if they find out that I'm trans, I'm so lucky that I pass so well.
Yeah. I think a lot of men go through that too. Cisgender men who are gay feel like they cannot embrace the feminine side of themselves because then they will be outed or they won't be safe.
Because even though clothing isn't gendered, we apply gender to it. We apply gender norms. There's a binary that you must fit in order to be accepted. I always wore like baggier clothes, and I've done that my entire life, and I didn't realize until I was older that it was a way of hiding myself, so I wouldn't be seen as something that I didn't want to be viewed as.
It's interesting that femininity is this thing that is unsafe for on both sides.
In the last couple of years, I've had this memory unlocked, and it gets me so angry. Like, I'm so upset about it. My friends' dads, one of them was so homophobic. All our friends were out at his house. We were playing outside and the dad comes outside, takes the ball, throws it, goes, Johnny, go catch that. I run back with the ball, like fetching like a f***ing dog, right? And the kids are laughing. And I was like, what's up? Like, what joke did I miss? And they're like, my dad said you ran like a girl. Like now I'm in my 30s and I think like this man was probably like 40, 45.
Sure.
You're a f***ing monster. I was a 8-year-old kid. Like what the f***? Like I'm so angry about it and I didn't think about it.
The people who love you the most, adults in your village, were your first bullies. And that's not fair.
And so it's no wonder, Nick, like someone says, oh, I didn't know, or oh, that you're not as gay as this person. This sick part of me is still trying to satisfy that monster from my past. Like that's crazy to me.
People are afraid or get upset about somebody expressing themselves in every way because they're almost unconsciously like, well, I don't get to express that side of myself.
That's exactly what it is. It's they see people experimenting and playing with things they weren't allowed to.
Yes.
And I see other people that are intimidated by the fact that I get to don on the feminine and I get to feel that power. And other people are intimidated by that.
How does it relate to your masculinity?
It's a push and pull. I see myself as gender fluid.
Yeah.
And that's a privilege that I have, that gender doesn't really affect my everyday life, but I get to play with the extremes of the expression of gender.
Yes!
I've had several people say, oh, you're an acceptable gay or like that, and I feel like I hate that, and especially in college. I went to college in Missouri. So many compliments from people, you're so well spoken, or you're the first black person I met that didn't make me want to, not do bad things, but just like.
I feel comfortable with you. Basically, the concept is you're an Oreo, so you're black on the outside, but white on the inside. Same with a banana, you're yellow on the outside, white on the inside, which again, I totally understand what you're saying about that f***ed up place of that makes me feel good.
I hate that felt like a blanket to me because I feel, even to this day, I feel like I can exist in straight spaces.
Are you more comfortable hanging out with straight guys than gay guys?
I often feel judged more in gay spaces than straight spaces. I actively do. When I'm with straight men, I'm like, oh, I know this playbook. I know how this works.
There is the whole like no fats, no femmes, no Asians. Drag emerged largely as a way for men to express femininity because it just isn't allowed. Otherwise, it's so anti-masculine. Whereas like women have been wearing pants and burning their bras and doing all that stuff. I heard Gloria Steinem gave this talk one time and it blew my mind. She said, I think feminism is more for men now than it is for women because women have liberated themselves.
If Brad Pitt wears a skirt, it's news. Women have been allowed to play with gender presentation in a completely different way than men have.
Even the men who are locked up and who are more traditionally masculine, chainsaw holding, beer guzzling men, those people have vulnerabilities and shades to them as well.
Yes.
But patriarchy is a prison for them too. Someone that's like, I don't want to spend time in this emotional deep end, they have that too. It's just harder for that to get out.
Living as a woman for so long or presenting as a woman, masculinity was something I was kind of afraid of because it was so aggressive.
In masculinity, in a negative context, harms everybody, including the people that are kind of enslaved to it. You know, the idealistic kind of fit male gay body is I'm super ripped, and if you're not, I'm not looking at you. That's what I do love about drag shows is it celebrates all bodies, all body types, all expressions. The queerness is just embracing any kind of difference and celebrating.
First and foremost, church is supposed to be a place of love, acceptance, and kindness. We practice what we preach. So can we share love, acceptance, and kindness with everybody here today?
There's so many different flavors of man. The Rock is a man. Prince is a man.
Yes.
You know, like both of them to me are both very masculine.
I think it's like be more comfortable to explore everything to you. Like that to me is what being a real man is doing what you want and feeling good about it as long as you're not hurting people. Do what makes you feel best.
Really what I'm surprised by is men are the same as women and have feelings that they want to talk about.
I wonder if there's also just a cultural shift. Mental health is the conversation more. Like, I do wonder how much is that? I could sit on a couch and talk with my gay male friends much easier than I could with my straight male friends. But I am more and more surprised at like how open my straight male friends are being.
I heard once queer people become the adults we needed when we were kids. And it's like, I would hate for little me to think there was anything wrong with them too. It's like, oh, this is us in another form. but you don't have to erase yourself. Like, I just want to let you know that I'm here for you in this version of yourself. And kind of what I'm learning about gender in general is there is no fixed arrival.
I think you've gotten this far trying to find yourself and be yourself, and I think being a man or a good woman is be yourself.
You guys, I did it. I conquered the scariest of my man fears, the hang. I was becoming a man right in front of my own eyes. I look like a man, hung like a man, pun intended. But my last hurdle was perhaps my greatest. Could I get to the very meat of manhood? Get your mind out of the gutter. You kiss your mom with that mind. Join us next time on New Guy Tries to find out.
We have a new Try Guys t-shirt featuring our happy little TV mascot, Slaps. It's in a premium heavyweight fabric, features an oversized fit, and is available now at tryguys.com.